Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I am coming to you with my November TBR and TBV. So we made it through the month of October, it is over, and that means it is time to move on to the month of reading and traveling for November. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And this month I thought I would go with a theme. Last month I read so much contemporary. It is just not something I normally do, and because of it, I think that I didn't enjoy a couple of books very much. So this month is going to be a very fantasy-themed TBR, which I am so excited about. I'm very excited to be reading some of the fantasy books I have here. There are some books I've been waiting to read for a very long time, so really excited to read them. Now let's just get into it. So the only non-fantasy books I'll be reading this month are the books that I'm reading for my lit class. I don't know when those will be. They keep kind of being moved around. But the book that I am currently still reading, I think I'll still be reading by the time I post this, is Down and Out in London and Paris by George Orwell. This is a nonfiction book about George Orwell living in poverty in both Paris and London, and I'm only 30 pages through it as of now. I'll be much farther through it by the time I post this video because I have to have this done by Tuesday. But I'm really enjoying it so far, so I'm excited to be getting through this very quickly, and I'm okay that this is one of the few non-fantasy books that I will be reading. But beyond that, now to some books that are actually going to be fantasy. So first of all, Every Day by David Levithan. I have been really enjoying reading my David Levithan books this year. I've read a few at this point, so I'm really excited to get into this one. This is an interesting book. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. It is about a person, I believe, named A, and every day A wakes up in the body of a different person, which is not really an issue until one day A wakes up in the body of a specific person and falls in love with that person's girlfriend. And then every day kind of has to try to find this person again that they've fallen in love with, sort of along those lines. I really, really love David Levithan. I really think I think that this book sounds really interesting, and I'm very excited to be reading it. Next up, a book that I pushed from my October TBR because I just couldn't fit it in with all the traveling, and that is Ask the Passengers by A.S. King. This book is actually magical realism, I believe. I think that that's basically all A.S. King does. I have not read anything by her before, but I'm excited to read about this. I don't know a ton about it. The back is kind of confusing, which is something that I've heard for a lot of A.S. King's books. I've heard that they're a bit odd. But from what I understand, the lead character of this book spends a lot of time looking at the planes that fly over her house and talking to the people that are inside, kind of in her head, kind of not. I don't know. She talks to passengers on the airplane about what's going on in her life. So I'm very excited to read this book. I'm sad that it got pushed from last month because I really wanted to read it then, but hopefully I will be getting into this book fairly soon. The next book that I would like to read in the month of November is one that I've purchased while I've been here. I try not to show these very often because then you guys will know how many books I've purchased since I've been here. It's not that bad. But the book that I want to read also is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I have only ever read one other Neil Gaiman book, and that is The Graveyard Book, which I enjoyed, but it didn't thrill me. But I've heard absolutely amazing things about this book. I've heard that it'll make me cry. I don't know. I've heard that it's very, very good. I don't really know the plot of this book. I feel like I've read the back of it, but I just don't remember, so I'm thinking I kind of want to go in blind and just see where it takes me. Neil Gaiman is an incredibly famous author, and I trust him to impress me, so definitely want to get to this book this month. Next up on my list, I would like to finally start Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Yes, I brought this entire trilogy with me, and up to this point I have not even picked it up. But now I'm going to actually start. I'm going to start with this first book. If I really, really love this book when I pick it up and I want to continue on with the rest of the series, I'm allowing myself to go ahead and do that if I want to, and I can push any other TBR books off of my list if I would really like to just focus on this trilogy. For now, I definitely want to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. The only thing I kind of know about this book is angels. There's an angelic theme, and that people really love it. So yeah, I'm very excited to get started on this series. A lot of people on BookTube love it, so hopefully I will like it as well and I'll be able to continue on with the series. And the final book that I'm putting on my official TBR, just because I haven't been reading as much and some of my reading for my literature course has gotten in the way, I'm only picking 5. So the final book on my TBR is Bone Gap by Laura Ruby. I believe this is also magical realism, and it sounds weird and bizarre in a way that I also feel like can't describe the plot. I feel like I'm not doing my job right now. I'm not describing the plots of any of these books to you. But Bone Gap looks really, really interesting. I think it's about, there's kind of a portal aspect. In the Bone Gap, you can kind of go other places from the Bone Gap. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm very excited to read it. Who knows if it'll get pushed after I maybe enjoy Dot or Smoke and Bone, but I would really like to get to this book. And now I would like to move on to the TBV portion of the video. So for those of you who don't know, for the duration of my time here in London on my London semester, as part of my TBR videos, I am adding a to be visited portion, and that is just all of the places that I'm planning on visiting this month, November, which is my last full month. So, even though it makes me incredibly sad, I'm doing a lot of stuff this month because it, of course, is my last full month. You should see the plan that has been laid out by Janelle. We have stuff going on all the time. We're doing so much, and I don't mind it all because I definitely want to get it all done. I want to go to all of these places, so I'll just give you a few of the highlights for places that we're definitely going to be visiting. So the second weekend of November, we will be going on a short, like 2-day vacation to Cardiff in Wales. This is mainly because I really love Doctor Who. Honestly, to be honest with you, it's because I love Doctor Who that we're going to Cardiff, and we'll be doing a couple of other things while we're there, but the main reason is the Doctor Who experience. And I'm really excited about it. We just went on a BBC Studios tour last week, and there was the TARDIS there and a Dalek, and it got me all psyched up again. Plus, I've been catching up on Doctor Who and falling back in love with the show, so definitely very excited for this, and I do have a video planned coming up for that to kind of celebrate the fact that I'll be going to Cardiff. I have a video for that that'll be coming eventually. Yeah. We will also be spending a day doing sort of Sherlock-themed things. This is both the literary character and the BBC show. So we will be going to Baker Street and doing some stuff on Baker Street, but we're also going to go to Speedy's, which is the filming location for 221B Baker Street in the BBC show Sherlock. The Door is there, and Speedy's, where you can go in and get a sandwich, I believe a Sherlock sandwich. So I'm very excited to be doing that. It was one of the things I was most excited to be doing when I came here. And speaking of things I was the most excited to do when I came here, we are also going to be going on the Harry Potter Warner Brothers studio tour. It's time. We've delayed it because we knew if we went really early then we would want to keep going back. And we've delayed it long enough. We're finally gonna go and do it. We're gonna go on the Harry Potter Studios tour. I have been wanting to do this for years, ever since I found out it existed, and so I can't believe I'm finally going. There will definitely be some footage of that in the future montage that I do. It's gonna be kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to be going to a few more plays for my theater course, which I think are going to be good. We're going to go see Medea, I believe, and we're going to see The Hairy Ape and Teddy Ferreira, all of which sound really interesting and good, and we'll see how that goes. And then on our own, me and Janelle and possibly other people if they want to come, we'll be going to see The Woman in Black, which is really exciting, and The Book of Mormon, which I love The Book of Mormon, so I'm so excited that I'll be able to see it like on a live stage. Also want to be able to go to Abbey Road this month. I know it's kind of a tourist spot, but it's important to me, so I'm definitely going to be going to Abbey Road. And finally, the last thing I want to mention is that I will probably be going on a Jack the Ripper walking tour, which again, kind of a touristy thing, but I think Jack the Ripper is really fascinating, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So guys, that's it. There are a lot more places I'll be going and a lot more things that I'll be doing, but those are just the highlights. Those are the things I wanted to share with you. Everything, I'm assuming, will be in the montage that I do next. I don't know. I think that I'm gonna split it again. I don't know how I'm gonna split it, but it'll happen. You'll see. So what are the books that you are most excited to read going into November? Let me know in the comments. And of course, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!